called as a scanner class, right? This class is an inbuilt class which has been created with Java. So what they do is basically uh, a scanner class. It will take user input, okay, put it into a variable, and then you can use its functions like next uh, to iterate through it. So this is a scanner class. Let's let's understand user input in Java. So when we use it, it will make more sense. Yeah. So there are multiple ways to do it. One, okay, so file IO. So file input output. That's what we are dealing with right now. So let's go through each of this. So input output stream. How the input should be treated. That's what we want to understand. So there is another class called as file input stream and also file output stream. Okay, these two classes you can utilize. So he has created an input stream in equal to null, output stream out equal to null, so initialized it to null. Then he took an entire file xanadu.txt and put it into an variable. For put it into an object of file input stream. Okay, in is equal to new file input stream, and this is the entire file. Out is equal to new file output stream. This is the entire file. So he initialized in and out. Okay, and then once that was done, while c is equal to in dot read not equal to -1 out dot write c. So this c, what is c? C is just an iterator which just reads through the line one after another. Yeah, it goes through each and every character, and that will be when you do out dot write, it will be printed on your screen. Okay. Finally, if in is not equal to null, then close. If it is not equal to null, then close. And if out is not equal to none, then close it. So this is a way to utilize input and output. Other one is character stream. So they used again IO file reader, file writer. File reader input stream null, file output stream null, and then they gave the file as input. So same thing, and then you are using input stream dot read not equal to -1. Not equal to -1 means till it's not blank, or till all the characters have not been outputted. Do output stream dot write. See, okay, this is another function to do it is buffer reader. So java.io buffer reader. So basically what happens, input stream new buffer reader file has been created and put into a buffer. Output stream new file writer, a new file has been created, character output.txt. So now I am going to take the file, this file, and we are going to put it into this file. So here what they are doing, while L, so read the file input.readline and output it into output stream.println. So it's going to output it on the screen. Finally, if it is not null, then close.
What does string one mean?
Which one?
String
String.
one, yeah.
This is a variable declared which is called as L,
Oh,
string L,
okay, string.
and while L is equal to input
Okay.
stream dot read line. Okay, so this is few of them.
So basically, where will you store this file? Like whatever you are trying to import, right?
Hmm.
So can that be stored any place on your system?
Yes, so
Where
if
will
they
it
are,
be stored?
so in this object they are storing that entire file in a buffer which is named input stream and output stream. So you can name it whatever you want, but in this input stream and output stream, the entire file, these two file, this file is being stored. This is xanadu.txt. This entire file is stored in this object.
No, but on the system, like this is in Java when we are entering the command, but this file,
This is a
.txt file has to be somewhere on your computer, right? Yeah. Where will that be?
you can keep it anywhere, but just mention the path. So if it is in a xanadu.txt, instead of that C drive users
Okay.
text.
It's in the same folder, then just name or another folder or desktop or anywhere,
the
then
path.
yeah, folder.
now, so scanning. So you see, this is the scanner function. So we saw input, output reader, file stream readers. This is a scanner function. So they created an object of this. So they utilize this class util.scanner. Scanner s is equal to null, and then they took a file, the entire file, and put it into this variable. Then we are printing all the values in this from this variable using hash next. So if it has a value, you keep printing it hash next. Finally, s dot close. So basically, these are certain functions that you can utilize for input and output. Scanners, input stream, input reader, buffer readers, right? You can utilize for input and output. So let's do that. So now, so let's keep going. So here, let's create a new class, file, new Java project, and input output in Java, let's say. Okay, next, and finish. And here I'm going to create a new main class, new class, input output. Okay, now you can start importing functions which you can utilize. All right, if you still don't understand, just use the scanner in Java.
So what's the first name of the first class you use? What is the name? Input output. The class. Yeah. That's the main class, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so here import. So you got to import the class. So import java.util.scanner. Java.util dot. If you say star, that means all the values will be imported. Okay, in this class, right? So I have,
Sorry, what did you say?
if you if you say star, then everything will be imported into this. Correct? Now I want to read a line. So I want to take a input from the user and we can read that, right? So let's do that. So here they have used a simple function, public static void main file reader is equal to new file reader. Let's take a new, so let's say scanner sc is equal to new okay, I'm going to take multiple values here. Int a, let's say, okay, float b, and then string s, let's say, okay, and scanner, let's say in, or s is equal to new scanner system dot in. Okay, so this is user input, system dot input. Okay, since I have two, I'm going to use something else.
For me, when I said string is S,
Hmm.
I gave me an error, and the suggestion was rename string, rename this as
Yes, so I renamed it to in.
S1.
In, yeah, S1.
So, Bhavit, why did it give that error?
Because this is the string here, and then you have using the same name here. So both the names are same. We are not using the string, that is why it is giving you an error. So just change the name. Change the name. You're using the same name, that is why. So now,
Scanner in. You have scanner in.
yeah, I can use input also if you want.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Here, this program enter a number. Input dot next. So here we should be able to use the scanner functions. That's what we are trying to do. Input dot. So let's take a is equal to input dot next int. Okay. System dot
Do we have to do public? No, we don't need that. Print input output. Do we have to do that?
hmm. Oh, you know this input value. See, let's take in, and then here you can use system dot in. Why is this giving me errors?
Which one?
This one.
As colon. Maybe.
Hmm. But colon we have put right.
No, for the
No.
string you had not. You had missed it.
Okay. And this one?
Which one? Scanner in, scanner,
I'm not
same
getting
thing,
that
colon.
error.
Yeah, same colon mistake.
Colon is missing. Semicolon.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
One sec.
For me, I have scanner input. I have it as scanner input, and
Because
I'm not getting the
even
error.
scanner in will be fine. Same thing.
Okay, let's see. System dot
I'm
in.
getting an error for the system print command.
Which one?
The one here entered. Look it up.
Oh, you see what is happening is we are using all this, but we are not mentioning it in a class.
Me or a class?
In a function.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Yes. Now it should run.
Yeah,
So it asks you for input or yeah. So I enter a number 12112 and it prints it out. Okay, so we can do it for float as well, and you can write here. So instead of input, you can also write this input 1, right? And I can here write input 1, and then I can run it, and it will work. Okay, input 1, input 1111, right? Ah, unknown source.
okay.
Yeah, you see. So basically, when I write a big value, it doesn't it exceeds the buffer size, and it gives me an error. But if you give it a value, let's say of few digits, it still, come on, okay, 1 2, it prints it out. But at certain point it does a buffer overflow. You see this 1 2 3 4 5, it prints. If you say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, it prints. But let's say if I say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, and I run 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, it gives me an error. So it's a buffer overflow which we are doing. Okay, you can do this for float, and you can also do this for strings or character. Float and character A, characters C. Okay, so let's take this scanner dot input again. Okay, system dot in, and this is float, right? So B is equal to
Uh,
input 1
you
dot.
have to close the in object, something like that, because it's a warning. It's not an error, but it's a warning. In scanner input one.
Input 1 is never closed. So like at this, okay, so this is how you can close it.
Input one dot close. Yeah.
Hmm. So basically, they are saying that after you finish your stuff,
Releasing
release the resources. Yeah,
Okay.
resource leakage.
Yeah, now it works.
Now no warnings,
Nope. No warning.
but I closed it. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. And this is character. Input 3. Okay, and I'm going to use the character one, right? So C is equal to. So these are inbuilt methods that are written. Find the next integer, find the next floating point number. Okay, which I'm just using. Input 3 dot next line. You can also, instead of character, you can do something like this also. String.
Even you can use the same object also for scanner. We don't need to
Oh,
create
yeah,
this.
different object.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, you can do that. resource leak, local variable C is not used. Okay, and now let's run it and see what happens. Okay, so now here I say 1 2, it prints out, it should print out, have I written here? So it prints out 1 2, then it accepts floating point, so 1 2 2 1 2 2, and then it accepts characters. Okay, and then it's done. Okay, so let's put some prints so that we see what's happening.
And in is also a standard method. Dot in.
Dot system.in, yes.
Yeah.
It is a method, yes. System is a package, in is a class. Sorry, system is a class, in is a method. Method, yes.
Then println is also, what is println means there?
Is a method.
Okay, println.
For character.
1 1 11, right? Then next is floating point 1 2 2 2 12.22. Next is character A B C, and it prints ABC. So this is how you can take user input. One way to do it. There are other ways to do it also. We can explore that. But like buffer reader. So first, this is the scanner function. I'm going to